The NFL is one of the most powerful leagues in the world. We've talked about it before. It is one of the most powerful entities in American politics and American culture, and it is very, very rare that they get taken down. However, in the last week, a small bar from San Francisco has completely changed the way that the NFL could run forever. Let's get right into it. In 2015, a small bar in San Francisco filed a lawsuit to sue the NFL for the pricing of NFL Sunday Ticket, saying that it violated the antitrust laws and it was price gouging the customer. Now, bars and restaurants at the time were paying between $6,000 and $78,000 for NFL Sunday Ticket, depending on the size of their venue and how many people came in and things like that. I don't know the exact formula that was based on, but that's a lot of money, especially if you're running a small restaurant and want to have the games. That is an amount of money that can make it hard to turn a profit. So this bar sues the NFL a long time ago, and now a district court jury finally decided this week that the NFL is liable to pay $4.7 billion in damages, which, due to antitrust violations, is multiplied times 3 to $14.088 billion, according to Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk. Of that, $14 billion or so goes to residential users, which means that every person that added their name onto this lawsuit is, available to get a few $1,000s from the NFL, and $2.96 million goes to the commercial users as well. This is really important and interesting because this was a case big enough to take Roger Goodell and Jerry Jones to court. Roger Goodell rarely goes to court. An NFL owner never goes to court unless they've done something really wrong. Jerry Jones went to say, if the Cowboys just priced out our own games and sold those separately, we'd make a lot more money than just the NFL doing it together. And we can get into a little bit of history as well. When the NFL decided to collectively bargain for TV rights in the 60s, they negotiated a very, very, very beneficial antitrust deal for them with the U.S. government that said, as long as the games don't start before 3 p.m. on Monday through Saturday, the NFL can do that. Sundays are for the NFL. They can play a few night games, but they can't play games before 3 p.m. on any other day besides Sunday to protect college and high school football. This is why last year, first Black Friday game, that game started at 3:30, which is the most randomest fucking time, but that game started at 3:30 because of this antitrust law. So now the NFL is in violation of antitrust laws. This case is going to take forever to litigate properly because the U.S. court system is, an interesting place. But regardless of whether the NFL actually has to pay the money or not, which I think everybody hopes that they do have to pay it because it is billionaires at the end of the day. $450 million per team is a lot of money, but it's something the billionaires can pay. Are they going to be pissed about it? Yes. Will heads roll? Will people get fired for something like this occurring? Definitely. But it's not as bad as what can happen if this case keeps going further and further down the line and judges decide to start ruling of what should change with Sunday Ticket. And there are a few different options there. They can cancel Sunday Ticket altogether and just give, ESPN2 a few games, FS1 a few games, more games for streaming, things like that, more games available on cable channels, give USA or TNT a game. Or what they can do something, which be way cooler, is they can price NFL Sunday Ticket plans on a game-by-game basis and a team basis, so that if you're just a fan of the 49ers but you live in Ohio, you can just buy a package to just watch the 49er games and nothing else and pay a much lower amount for that. However, they can also just lower the NFL Sunday Ticket price or be forced to lower it. The theory is, and I believe it is proven in some court documents, but I don't want to, say that and then have it be wrong, is that CBS and Fox, when NFL Sunday Ticket became a thing, was rolling out. It was at DirecTV at the time. They are also mentioned at the lawsuit. they said we don't want people leaving our network and the ad revenue going down to watch this new product. So can we make this a premium product? Which is what the NFL did, and that's what they billed it as, and that's how they tried to defend themselves in court by saying it's a premium product, so we charge a premium price. I don't care if you're the biggest football nerd. $489 is a lot of money, and I would love to be able to spend that type of money, me personally, on Sunday Ticket, because it is truly awesome. But it's $500 for 17 weeks. That is a disgusting amount of money for games that should be, available in a better manner, and a package that should be cheaper regardless of how good it is. Even the student pricing is it's still around $200. It's not cheap. And that is why the NFL is in trouble. That is why it can fundamentally change how they go about selling their packages, selling their TV deals, everything like that. The time frame on this is not like, oh, this is happening tomorrow. It's not anything like that, but it is something to keep an eye on going forward, especially if you are, interested in the business side of things, or you're just a Sunday Ticket subscriber and want to pay less money, or just pay for your team. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Peace.